Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tim Trials Egg Cup Week 2. Joining me on the mic tonight, as always, is Crazy Al, and also introducing all the runs will be Adam, Arch Rhythm. How are you guys doing tonight?
Hey, how's it going, Chris? I'm doing well.
I'm alright too.
Nice one.
We're going to watch some good runs. Of Hven.
Hey, you got it. First try. So did you play much of this map through the week, Chris?
I haven't. No, I did grind it a little bit when it first came out.
Yeah, same. I think it's an excellent map.
It's most certainly one of the best ones we had in Tim Trials.
Yeah, it was really good to lead with this map as we went in.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see something new. I'm sure we will.
Let's find out, shall we?
So we're going to start.
Sorry.
What are we going to start? What are we going to start with? We're doing all the 3 disciplines, aren't we?
We're going to start with Diabolical first off. The real pro mode, really. So after this, it just gets worse.
Okay. Good to know. Hang around. Check it out.
So first up, in 8th place, we have Narcos.
Let's go Narcos, the author of the map, of course.
Now we'll see these Diabotical runs develop as we move up the leaderboard.
Yeah, he went quite wide at that first corner. I wonder if there's a way to skip across there so you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Dare say we'll see some nice skips.
Okay, taking this outside route.
Yeah, controlled spacing across here to make it over. Oh, look at that dash action.
That was a nice bonk through to a dash.
And another one.
Yeah.
There we have it, 54.4.
Handling those 90-degree turns with aplomb.
Who's up next? Yeah, as Knight says, actually, sorry, just before we move on, shout out to Narcos because that gap sort of towards the sort of middle end of the map was quite nice. 5 dashes throughout the run, according to Mystic.
In 7th place, we have Alvor.
Hey. Halvor ground boost.
With
okay.
And a very interesting HUD. I believe I told you that I was annoyed by this run.
Yeah, I understand why. Adam's like, yo, I'm annoyed by Halvor's run. And he's like, don't watch it. I was like, okay, I won't. But I see it now. Oh god, why have you done this?
Dude.
What was that? That was a kind of weird dash there, wasn't it?
I don't know. I'm still recovering from the cancer of the eyes.
It's hard to see the map behind all the UPS meters. You know, when the general advice for time trials is to get more ups, this isn't what people meant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that was a nice corner.
Yeah, good run from Halvor.
Should we watch it again to see if we can decipher what happened?
Yeah, let's do that. Because there's a little bit of a weird turn at some point, like a pivot or something. Maybe it's just a dash and I just didn't notice it properly.
Nice bit of half beat.
Always.
Nice use of the dash there for that spacing.
Okay, it was just a sort of weird turn, that was all.
Mm-hmm. Almost looked like he tripped up.
Yeah, that's what I thought the first time. I was like, what? I thought there was like a little bonk somewhere, I didn't see it. Also, shout outs to Jeff for the absolute massive support for Halvor. Like, just legendary.
Nice economical run.
Yeah. 53.8 in the end. Who's up next, Adam? Who do we have?
In 6th place, we have the one and only Raven.
There he is.
Okay, nice, smooth.
Looking much the same so far.
Haven't seen a lot of variation yet. Oh, except that's a little bit different.
That's slightly different, yeah. We've got to see someone cut that corner, surely.
Trying to think whether managing his speed around that long corner was worth it, or could have just been better off stopping and turning.
53.5. Pretty close between Raven and Halvor.
Yeah.
And yeah, as Laggy Luke says, it's nice to see this many Diabolical runs. Always good to see the Diabolical physics being appreciated. Of course, that's maybe not the most friendly map for it, I will admit. But it's good to see those who are dedicated and want to deliver that to us. So, well, shout out. Who's up next?
Next, we have M16.
M16.
Big jump in terms of time.
Not meant to know the time yet.
Well, that's all I'll say then.
Pretty fun in DBT physics, says Mystic. That honestly kind of surprises me. Okay, this is different.
This does look... Oh, nice skip.
Well, yeah, Narcos had that spacing as well.
I'm trying to not be fooled by the FOV, because it's making me think this run is faster.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, it looks a lot faster.
Okay, here we go. Look at that little cut. It's not much, but it's definitely worth something. And a 50.9. Big improvement. Great stuff from M16.
And not just the FOV.
So this says that was 5th place, wasn't it?
Yes, 5th place, yeah.
So who else do we have in the top 5?
In 4th place, we have Mystically.
Hey. I don't want to see a single dash.
Is that what qualifies the run, a dashless run?
Well, he's been moaning about the dashes, hasn't he?
Hmm.
Or wait, no, was it someone else who was moaning about the dashes? I don't know. Someone was.
I think you can still moan and use them. It's just
Oh,
a
I mean,
mechanic.
yeah, I see both sides of the argument for sure.
Yeah.
There's
Ooh,
that skip again.
nice. Around the outside here.
No dash at the end, see?
True.
50 points. Come on. Yep. Well, you certainly delivered. I only saw one dash at the start of that run. All right, who's up next? Any dashers? Who's in the top 3?
I'm not sure. You might need to fill me in on the dash usage of this next person, but we have up next Chatouille.
Chatouille in 3rd place. Top 3, let's go. Very simple HUDs. Almost entirely default. There's a dash right there. Nice little half beat there for the spacing.
Yeah. I'm enjoying this run. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's
Very
quite smooth.
smooth.
Again, really wide around that corner. I wonder if someone's going to be able to cut that. And he doesn't take that other shortcut. So just more speeds throughout on
Yeah.
average, I guess. Let's see what he gets. Is going to be nice. The sub 50, 49.8.
Ooh. That was good. Very smooth run.
Yeah, very nice, impressive. To get a sub 50 as well. Sub 50, I think, is a big deal on this map. For diabolical physics, at least. Oh, but it's getting to the pointy end of the bracket, even though it's not a bracket. Who do we have in second place?
In second place, which might be a surprise to see them in this category, but
Alright.
and we saw them last week. We have the Gamer of the Year himself.
Gamer of the week is Goblin. With another almost entirely default HUD. Doing a little skip there that I don't think anyone else has done yet, unless I'm
Ooh.
blind.
Nice use of half beat there.
Everyone thought it was going to be night. Well, I say everyone. A few people thought it was going to be night. I wasn't. I didn't know who to expect, to be honest.
This run is so good.
That is good. And there's the little skip I was talking about.
Ooh.
And this one as well.
Oh,
Let's go.
that spacing.
Yeah, true gamer of the week moment. Doesn't go across the top there. We've seen one other person do that. I don't know if it's going to be that beneficial.
So much half beat.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be that beneficial to race diabolical physics rather.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's take a look at that one again. Skips on, skips on, skips. Yeah, very tight route here. You can see even that part is he's still going wide. I guess there's not really a way to skip across there, but it's still tight, you know.
Yeah.
Keeping it as tight as you can. Excellent pivoting here. Or what was it? Ground framing? Is that what they call it? Or ground frames? I don't know. I'm not a nerd.
I'd love to see the number of jumps in each run.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't think there's a single dash in this run either. Nope. Going for the straight circle jump there in the end. I wonder if that's to his detriment.
So good.
I guess we'll find out.
Goblin is in the chat shoutouts. He says it was a tough one. So who do we have in first? There can only be one.
Yeah, there is only one, so I think most people called it. He kind of gave it away by saying that he did submit in this category, so I suppose we already know. But yeah, we have in number one. He didn't expect it, but we've got Knight.
Let's go. Another pretty standard HUD. Not entirely default. He's changed it a little bit. Do you think we're seeing a pattern here of good players using, almost default HUDs?
It's the default HUD meta
Yep.
of time trials.
Oh, little dash there. You see that? That was nice, actually. That was a tasteful use of dash. I'm declaring that now. Because that was a nice little... It essentially used it as like a half jump, you know? Really wide there. Doesn't take either of those skips.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Where's the speed coming from?
Wow, look at that.
Ooh, that was tasty. Was that a dash into a wall clip?
Yeah, that was 48.1. What was Goblin's time?
Goblin's time was
49.5.
49.5, yeah.
Jesus.
What?
It's crazy, man, because it doesn't take either of the skips, even that little one at the start.
To also put it into perspective, the current record for Diabotical physics was Raven with 55.015.
I don't know. I can't, it doesn't add up.
Well, he's going really fast through here.
Yeah. I mean, he's going
He's
fast.
got tons of speed here.
Like
And
he's
then
got
he does do a little skip here through that that column, but then ignoring that. I guess there's more speed to be had
Yeah.
in this route anyway, so it's like it's not that big a deal.
I have no idea what's going
There
on.
you go. Much faster but wider lines, says Tofu.
Yeah.
Just bloody good strafes, says Donald. Yeah. Strafed
Straight
harder.
harder. Yeah.
That's what it takes.
If only we had checkpoint technology. It doesn't exist.
Never heard of it. What are you talking about? But yeah, this little jump here, this little dash is so cool. I like it.
Yeah. Swift change in direction into the
Mhm.
strafe. It's very nice.
And the gap is, short enough that you can make it with the essentially what is a half jump with the dash, I suppose.
Mm.
And then we'll see another good usage of dash right at the end where he does even does a little wall clip, which, don't get me wrong, is pretty simple, but it's still quite nice, quite slick.
Yeah, it's nice to look at.
Like the spacing for it, wow, that's just great.
Yeah.
48.1. Shout outs tonight for a legendary run. He was trying to avoid the wall clip. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It looks cool though.
Yeah, everyone loves a wall clip. There we go.
All right, next up, vintage. The vintage boyos or girlos, whoever.
I have some wiggling.
Wiggle, wiggle. Any predictions in the chat? Who do you think's going to do well in the vintage?
So
Who's your
in,
favorite?
19th place, we have Piotrski.
Ooh, 19 vintage runs this week. That's kind of crazy because I thought
Yeah.
this map wasn't going to be that friendly for vintage. I thought people were maybe going to hate it a little bit. But 19 vintage runs, which is almost the same amount of race runs to give that away.
Mm.
All the spoilers.
Yeah, it's such an interesting fact, though. I think we have
Yeah.
to. It's
It
really
was
nice to
right
see.
down to the wire as well. I think like the last submission made race overtake it.
Nice. 37.2 from Piotrski. Who's up next?
In 18th place, it's the Birdman again.
Yo, shout outs to Raven once more, submitting in every category.
The ambition of this man.
Yep. The day-to-day ambition. Every
I
day
know.
he's on it.
I know.
It's like at least he's submitting in 3 physics for at least 2 maps, like almost every day.
Yeah.
That's a lot of runs.
Truly getting better at the time trial.
Truly every day getting better at the time trials.
Yeah. In the War Cups every week.
A legend of the scene.
Not taking those that inner route for those skips. Good speed across the finish line.
37.1.
Who's up next?
In 17th, once again playing his own map, it's Narcos.
The architect himself.
Nice acceleration. Get some real speed here.
Let's go. Oh, different
Liking
line
the,
here.
yeah, liking the inside route. Very tight turn.
Good stuff.
Little slow down at the end there.
36.7. Yeah, that was a nice route. I quite like the inside around the the massive sort of corner.
Mm.
That was clean. Let's go.
Who we got in 16th?
16th place, we have Stylophone.
Stylophone. Nice one. Let's go. Looking good, speed-wise.
Strong wiggle.
Strong wiggle. Outside line here. Does go inside eventually.
There's a flick to the wiggle. It's got strength.
Little flick of the wrist. 36.8. Big improvements.
Yeah, awesome. I wonder how fast we're gonna get. Who we got next?
Number 15. We have returning again. M16.
M15, let's go. Been waiting all night to make that joke. And shout outs to M16 as well for submitting in all three physics. He's not
Brilliant.
someone I would have had pegged for doing that. Does take this nice inside line as well.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Just faster after
Yeah,
that.
the speed through here.
1500.
36.6.
1500 across the finish line.
Great stuff.
Not enough wiggles.
There are never enough wiggles, really.
I suppose.
You know what I mean? That's the goal at the end of the day.
It's the same thing as saying not fast enough.
Don't forget to wiggle faster.
True enough. All right. Who's next?
Next, we have a very accomplished wiggler in 14th. It's Craxel.
Craxel. Breaker of maps. Look at this FOV. Jesus.
I also believe it's a 30 FPS video, so enjoy that.
Yeah, this is
It looks great.
oh, big jump.
Nice big skip there.
This FOV just seems so impractical to me. Like you can't even see where you have to go until it's right up in your face.
I
So
think it is
makes
better
sense.
for playing vintage because remember when we did the vintage cups, we were getting like motion sick and shit like that. I think
Yeah,
if we had
this-
higher
I think
FOVs, it wouldn't have been so bad.
maybe.
But yeah, shout outs to Craxel. Breaker of maps setting a 36.1, 14th
Break-
place.
Breaker of my eyes.
All right, who's
Alright.
next?
In 13th place, we have good old American Cause.
American Cause representing the pasta crew. Now this is some wiggle.
Yeah.
This is good wiggling.
Didn't take that same skip at the beginning.
Poor Jeff,
As-
his little hands hurt. Outside line here as well.
Good speed. I wonder what the finish line speed will be like. Not quite the 1500 we saw before, but a very strong run nonetheless.
Yeah, 35.4 I believe it was, which is a pretty decent improvement on the previous run.
The more acceptable FOV as well.
True enough.
Who we got next?
In 12th place, not placing quite as high as he did last time, it's Chatouille.
Nice one. I'm loving all these gamers out here that are submitting for all three physics. That really makes me happy.
Yeah, the dedication.
You gotta love it.
Oh, this looks fast.
Let's go.
Oh, nice route.
Wiggle, wiggle. Oh, almost over 1500 until that last corner. Everyone seems to be losing a bit of speed there at least.
Yeah. That was a good run.
Yeah, nice one. Shout outs to Chatouille.
Almost at the
next-
top 10. Gonna say almost at the top 10. We've got 11th place. Who we got?
Very close.
In 11th place, and I'll say it right this time, we've got Redman.
Dr. Redman. Let's go. He's even got
Redman, be in
Redmans
the
on his
chat.
team. Big jump across. Nice. That
Nice.
mid-air wiggle.
What's the line here?
Ooh,
Oh,
spaghetti line.
Monkasteer.
Going in and out. Yeah, Mocha steer.
1450, but doesn't lose any speed through
Ooh.
that corner.
34.6.
Nice.
Pretty close. It's getting, the times are getting pretty close together. We're not seeing as big improvements moving into this top 10.
Yeah, we're into the top 10.
In
Who
10th
are the
place.
top 10 gamers?
Yeah, in 10th place. I hope his hurting hands paid off. We've got Lolim Jeff.
Lolam Jeff. Representing the Pasta crew. No big skip. I say big.
With vintage, though, it's just about the accumulation of speed,
Yeah, you got to get the skips in there.
the cumulative
well.
gain.
Swinging that hammer like
Yes.
no tomorrow.
Get the slipstream.
Nice. Breaks that 1500 barrier with a final time of 34.5. Yeah, wiggle more, swing your hammer. That's how you go faster in vintage. You got to cut the air in front of you.
Who we got next?
In 9th place, we have a video that I had to cut down slightly. So I hope that I haven't messed it up. If I have, then that's my bad. But we've got That Snuffy.
That's Snuffy, I believe, a newcomer to the Tim Trials. So shout outs. Look at all these vintage gamers. That Snuffy just comes along and says, "Get out of my way. This is my run."
Hmm.
It's a clean HUD. Lots of numbers, though. Big numbers, I mean.
Okay, we've got an outside line-ish. Losing a bit of speed there as well.
4.1, I believe it was in the end.
34.167.
Nice one. Top 10 gamers. Who's up next?
Next, we have Mystically.
Oh, Mystic. Let's go. Very precise start there. You see that? Getting the most out of that first turn. We in pre-run territory now, boys. Ooh, nice clean skip across.
Nice.
Farming speed.
Yeah, this speed, this acceleration is awesome.
Gonna make it over 1500. Not quite, but he doesn't need it. 34.0. Let's go.
Who we got in 7th?
In 7th, we have another established wiggler. It's Hobo.
Hey, Hobo. Mapper extraordinaire. Oh, this is, we're getting into wiggle territory now. Look at this. Oh, these strafes are good. This is, we've just surpassed a level.
Frantic.
Yeah, this is Monka steer territory. Nice.
Ah,
Tighter line. Shout outs to Ed in the chat. Complaining about lag. Oh,
very nice.
33.4. Jesus. Half-life wiggle, yeah, indeed.
This isn't even a hectic wiggle.
Yeah, that's quite a big improvement in time between Mystic and Hobo. Let's see if we can take it even further. Yo, cause shout outs. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it.
In 6th place? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the lag didn't slow him down too much. It's Edward G.
Let's go, Eds. Representing the speedrun community, I believe, of Half-Life and or Quake 1. I'm not sure which, or if it's probably both, to be honest. But old school speedrunner, Ed. Let's go.
Very strong run so far.
And Doom as well, according to Crackzone.
Being the same route as Hobo. No loss of speed through the final corner. Very nice.
Nice.
That's a hard thing to pull off, it looks like.
Yeah, that was perfect turn in the end, not losing much speed, if any at all.
All right, we're into top 5 territory now.
Ooh, who do we
Things are
have?
heating. Things are heating up.
In 5th, we've seen them in the chat. We've got Tofu.
Yo, Tofu doing well this week. Nice jumps.
Some longer, wider wiggles here. Seems to be yielding some good speed.
Good line. Good speed here as well, to be honest. No speed loss in the end. Does break the 1500 barrier with a 32 point something. I missed it. 0.9.
Yeah, 32.9.
That was a crunchy run. It was indeed.
Only 500ths between Edward G and Tofu.
Oh yeah, true enough. Actually, Jesus, those times incredibly close. 32. What was it? 32.996 versus 32.948. Wow, very close. Tofu even apologizing. I'm sorry, Ed, in the chat. You love to see it.
Apparently, Edward did actually beat his time, but didn't submit the better time.
Oh, that sucks.
But
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Heard that one before.
My
suppose
dog
you
ate my homework.
can at least submit it to the leaderboard.
To the leaderboard afterwards. Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
All right, who's in 4th?
In 4th, also in the chat, and somebody that I spoke to during the week was complaining that they had become rusty at Vintage, partially down to the Tim Trials League, so I apologize again.
Oh, why?
Number 4, we've got Ninja.
So Rusty is in 4th place.
Yeah.
Where would he have been if he wasn't Rusty? I dread to think it. Let's go, Ninja. Ooh, slightly different start there. See that? Using that triple jump. Well, using what would be a triple jump in race physics at least. To get himself up a little bit earlier. Oh, apparently M16 did that start as well. My bad. Oh, the speed here. Look at this.
Really nice.
It's a lot.
Ooh, just bonking a little.
Yeah, just lost a tiny little bit. That is going to be a 32.0. Massive improvement over Tofu. Almost a full second.
I think it was just generally a bit faster.
Just the sheer speed, yeah, the strafes. There's a little bit of a tighter line here and there, but for the most part, I think it's the speed that gets them through.
Interesting to see how these lines develop in the next few.
And I've spotted a little bit. Can we just show this one more time? I've spotted a little bit of a trend here. Now it's not at the start, but I've seen a few people using the sprays to indicate where they need to start. I've seen that done on a few maps,
Huh.
BR, like some BR maps as well, because they don't have like a start line. But I think there's one further on. If you keep an eye on the floor, I'll point it out. There is a spray somewhere just where he lands, and I wonder if that's there for something to aim at. You know.
Mm.
So you see, he does like a kind of skip. I think is it here? This one here, boom, lands right on a spray.
Oh.
I wonder if that's intentional. Have I just exposed Ninja strats? But it is something that's interesting that I've seen. I've seen a lot of people use sprays in an interesting fashion like that. So, for example, someone might use it as a spot to aim at if they're doing like a rocket stack. You know,
Linear
I've seen
says
people
exposed. Yeah, it is.
something to aim at, says Ninja there. Yeah, there you go. It's quite an interesting use of sprays that we haven't seen in previous defrag type games, because obviously Quake 3, Quake Live, these types of games don't have sprays. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's used. It's probably used in TF2, maybe, because they have sprays, don't they?
Probably. I don't think I've seen it, but I wouldn't see why not.
Yeah, it is interesting, and yeah, I think it's fully legal. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the game,
Part of the
right?
game, yeah, exactly. Anyone can use it. Doesn't cost any money. So yeah, nice one. Then you're very creative.
Okay.
No way to stop it anyway. Yeah, Knight's exposed us. We can't fucking do anything about it. Even if we wanted to. Right, give me those top 3 gamers, Adam.
So in number 3, I don't believe we saw them last week. We have a very established wiggler in Chroma Queen.
Nice. Let's go Trauma Queen. This is someone who wasn't too happy about the map, and I completely understand. I realize it's not much of a vintage-friendly map, but
Yeah,
we
and
will be doing more vintage-friendly weeks in the future.
there are
So,
going to be maps where it's friendly to one and not the other, and
Yeah.
vice versa. So you've got to play the cards you dealt, basically.
True enough. Remember how the other week you were saying there are 2 types of gamers? Trauma Queen seems the type of gamer who likes to look up. Wow, 31.6. Let's go.
Yeah, I respect those that like to look up. They're a rare breed.
It is braver. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
look at the ground because you want to see where you're going, but some people have the faith, you know what I mean, to look to the skies or something like that. I don't know. Good speed here.
It's just the desire to fly, really,
Yeah.
and go faster.
Look at this, 1500.
Way.
Just
Nice.
going, bonks a little bit, but gets to 1500, I think, faster than anyone else, or sooner than anyone else.
Nice skip at the end as well.
1500 club. Nice wiggles on that straight.
Tiny bonk.
31.6.
It's a tiny bonk on that last corner.
The tiniest of bonks. But yeah, again, another massive improvement between Ninja and Trauma Queen, 32.0 to 31.6. This high up in the leaderboard, that's quite significant, I would think.
Yeah, I can answer a question that was asked in chat. Why no game sound? Because some people like to listen to music, and whether the music is copyright free or not, it's just a lot more awkward.
Yeah.
And a lot more time consuming for us to go through and decide, okay, this one doesn't have music, so we can unmute it, etc.
Yeah.
So
Basically.
it's just easier for us to do it like that.
I couldn't bring myself to force people not to listen to music when they grind the maps. That's just too much, in my opinion. That's cruel.
Yeah.
But yeah, second place, who do we have, Adam.
So I don't think anybody's really surprised by who the top. Well, maybe they might be surprised by who the top two is, but I think what might be a bit more surprising, or might be a bit more interesting, is the positions of them. So this will 100% give away who's top. We have Knight.
Yo, let's go, Knight.
Big pre-run.
This is great movement from Knight. Like, this doesn't look like,
Ooh,
and I'm not trying to cast any shade, this doesn't look like a race player who's just trying out vintage. This looks like a vintage player, doesn't it?
yeah, 100%. Awesome speed as well. Picking the inside route.
Diagonals, let's go.
Good
Very
speed.
tight. Look at this. Yo, that skip. I don't think anyone else has done that. Yeah, maybe one, actually.
Very nice corner.
One more time, please, Maestro. Yeah, very smooth run. And extremely close as well. What was it? 31.660 for Trauma Queen and a 31.644 for Knight. Wow.
Super close.
He can't keep getting away with this. Yeah, it's true. He's too good. Excellent route. Let's go. Truly Monkus deer. Alright, I'm pretty sure everyone can guess who's up next. So just hit me with it, Adam.
Yeah, we've got once again representing Wales. We've got Chambers,
Nice one.
the established Wiggler.
The one and only. Like, how much better did the vintage strafes get? You know what I mean? Because this looks excellent. This looks so tight, so perfect. Every movement so deliberate. Every jump well placed. How much better does it get?
I mean, it doesn't. I'm
True enough.
fixated on the UPS meter right now.
And he barely even breaches. He barely even breaks the 1500s. But it's not even. That's not what it's about. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's so similar to Knight's Run as well. I mean, it's
Yeah.
even the speed at which they land on this platform is almost identical.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Knight rightly pointing out that he didn't even use the skip towards the end that Knight did.
True.
And then, yeah, again, this top three just insanely close. Chambers finishing with a 31.567 compared to Knight's 31.644. And of course, Trauma Queen in third place with 31.660. Very, very tight top three,
Super close.
which is just what we love to see.
And one of the things that we were looking to do with this cup was populate the leaderboards.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess a byproduct of that is populate the leaderboards across all three physics.
Yep.
At the moment, there's only one vintage run from Craxel, which is a 37.9.
Mm-hmm.
So we've definitely got some big improvements there.
Great stuff. And good to see Craxel as well improving his time.
Yeah.
True.
Fantastic. So many runs for vintage. Like the vintage players really came out for this map, which is really surprising because, as I said earlier, I really didn't expect them to for this map. So shout outs to all these dedicated gamers.
Yep, 19 entries and a very similar amount in race. Got 20 entries in race.
Great stuff. Speaking of race, shall we dip in and see how they're doing?
Yeah.
Well, we've wet our beaks. So let's see how fast this map really gets.
Yeah. In 20th, we were just speaking about him. We've got Craxel.
Hey.
Craxel just needs some diabolical runs.
You asked me if there was some shenanigans.
Oh,
Let's go, Craxel.
let's do it.
I knew it. When I saw his time, okay, Yeah,
Okay.
teleporter abuse. Narcos! What have you done? No, this is great. We do like to see these kind of creative runs because you know what? These maps, the maps that we're going to be choosing, they've all been on the leaderboards for a while now. So, you know what I
It's
mean?
always good to
Fair
see
game.
new stuff. Yeah.
I think stuff like this is fair game at this point. So well played. Creative run from Craxwell as always. And the sub 50 to boot. Let's go. Worth it, says Goblin. Yeah, yeah, like Ed says, it's not even faster, it's just interesting.
Exactly.
What a Chad.
All right. Who we got next?
19th, we've got Peenscreaker.
There he is. So of course the vintage route and the diabolical route were, I think, pretty similar.
Hmm.
But we're going to see some way different stuff here in
Yeah.
race now because it's primarily made for racing. There's triple jumps everywhere. So we will see a fair few different routes, I expect.
We did indeed
25.
do Diabotical first.
Yeah, we did.
Very solid run.
Nice one from Beanscreaker. With 31.6. Let's go.
Who's up next?
Next, in 18th place, hopefully it's not slowing him down too much, it's Laggy Luke.
With the best HUD, to be honest. I think of all the HUDs I've seen today, this one is. There's just something about it. It's great. Great stuff.
Can I make a confession? I don't like your HUD, mate.
What's wrong with it?
Sorry, bro. I don't know.
Can't believe this. Can't believe this. Great run from Luke. 30.1. Oh shit.
You made
He's
it.
happy. Nice one, mate.
Looking for the 30, I guess. All right. Who we got next?
In 17th place, we've got somebody who kept me company during my monster stream where I streamed 7 hours of this map. It's Piotrski.
Hey. Let's go, Piotrski.
Inside line there. Going right of that big pillar.
Put your P's in chat for Piotrski. Of
Not
course.
taking that right side shortcut. Long, fast lines we've got here. Very nice.
Just barely misses out on the sub 30. Yeah, you can see it. He's not happy about it.
No. So
Great
close.
time nonetheless.
Commiserations on not getting your sub 30.
You get there for sure. All right, so tell me next, who does have the sub 30?
In 16th place, we have making a hat trick of submissions, Raven.
Hey.
Whee. Lots of air.
Big triple jump.
Taking that skip. Expect to see more of that.
Nice. Very tight line there.
Yeah.
Ooh, there you go.
Nowhere near the speed that Piotrski had towards the end, but just the choice of line, the choice of route.
He had a very tight route and he just barely made it at one point as well. So the spacing was pretty good. So yeah, very nice run there from Raven. 29.7, I believe it was.
Yep.
In 15th, we have Inga.
Hey, let's go. And I believe said they didn't have enough time to practice in vintage for this map. But
Inside
good to
line.
yeah, good to see them putting submitting a time nonetheless for race. And a lovely crosshair.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that. Oh, very
Nice
solid run.
finish.
Very solid.
29.4. Let's go. Sub 30, I think, is pretty good on this map. I don't know if I can even manage sub 30, to be honest. It's been a while since I played. But
Indeed.
yeah, nice run.
Who we got
Next up.
next?
Next up, we have, once again, American Cause.
There he is. Decides he doesn't want the shortcut.
Big wide
He'd
line,
rather
but
have he'd rather have the speed instead.
yeah, big speed. Already at 1300, 1400. Keeping it all.
Ooh. Z, okay. Sort of mid skip here.
Lots of speed. Bonking a little
Monka
bit there.
steer. Yeah. That was quite Monka steer towards the sort of middle end of that run. Full W run.
All right, who we got next?
Jaguar thinks he'll be next. Is he right?
He is not.
Oh, I mean, that's a good thing, really.
Yeah, I guess that
It's
is
good for
good.
Jaguar, yeah.
Next, we have, once again, showing off his ability on his own map, we have Narcos.
The architect. Let's go.
The Narchitect, as Trauma Queen used earlier.
Whoa, wide line, super wide line there.
Okay,
Maximum acceleration through the air.
even he doesn't take the little window. Oh, there we go. Something new.
Good spacing, nice skip.
Oh, just
Ooh,
barely misses hitting his face off of that.
scraping his scalp.
There we go.
Hey,
Big
the bell
jumps.
tower. I
Do you
love it.
remember during Tim
Oh,
Trials where
27?
we, I think we
do.
pretty much decided
Oh.
that that wasn't even possible?
Yeah,
I think, yeah, it needed time, definitely, for
that's
people to get
crazy.
that. That was a great run.
Yeah, I remember now. It feels like forever ago now, but yeah, I remember. God,
Like-
he almost became a smiley dent right there, didn't he?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think anybody took the like sort of
Oof.
straight route after
Yeah.
the triple jump during the Tim
Yeah,
Trials.
that he took that triple jump right in the corner there.
Yeah, that was almost like, I think it might have been like, well, I know it is, but like there's a little wall clip, and there he's that far into the corner that he is also kind of clipping the wall, I believe, while he's doing that. So yeah, pretty cool. And yeah, I remember people trying to do that skip.
Brandon pretty much lived or died by it, right? And ended up not,
Yeah, he
not putting
literally
in the
died
time.
on that hill.
Yeah.
Poor Brandon. But yeah, massive shout outs to Narcos for doing that, right? That was nice. And what was it? 27.6.
Yeah.
In the end. Well played.
It's time to put him out of his misery. Next we have Jaguar.
Jaguar skills, let's go. One of the reflex boys. Oh no.
I didn't realize.
Try again.
My bad.
It's all good. Here we go. Nice jump. Let's go. 27.4.
Wow.
Very close between Jaguar and Narcos now.
Yeah, Jaguar 27.406, Narcos 27.680. Very close. Two very different routes, but you know, very close nonetheless. Jack R in the chat says Narcos can keep his fancy route. That's funny. It is really nice when you see these two routes that are completely different. Couldn't be more different, and then they get to be that close. And massive shout outs to M16 with the Prime Gaming sub. Appreciate it.
Okay, are we ready
Yeah.
for 11th place?
Let's see it.
We are.
11th place. Hopefully, I won't butcher it this time. We've got Sickly.
Hey.
Very, very minimal HUD. Liking this.
Oh, I. Almost no HUD to speak of. A tiny little,
Tiny UPS.
yeah, tiny little lag meter in the top left. Clean. There's more than I can say for these turns, though. Quite mongus theory. Hey, there's a route we haven't seen yet.
Nice.
Oh,
Very
look
nice.
at that. 27 on the fucking dot.
Oh, bonus aesthetic points there.
Had a feeling you'd enjoy that.
Oh, that's great to see. Let's watch this one again.
If you had a faster time, you wouldn't even submit it, would you? You'd
No,
just submit that one.
26.9 can go and fuck itself.
Yeah.
And good to see this little platform being used.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, look at that. 27 on the dot. Aesthetic. Loving it. Right, there can't be any runs better than that, surely, Adam. I don't
Well,
believe
there's 10 runs better than that,
you. Damn.
according to mathematics.
Who's in the 10th place? Who just barely made top 10?
In 10th, I'm quite pleased to announce. I think it's quite a surprise maybe, but I'm very happy to announce that we have Noctis.
Hey, Noctis.
So we've got 2 devs playing in our tournaments now.
Nice one. Hopefully they don't take home all the prize money, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Noctis. Quake 3 / Quake Live, maybe TDM gods from back in the day.
Nice skit.
Way. And again, using that little platform, nice.
Very fast.
25.3.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's 1.7 seconds faster than
That's big,
11th
yeah.
place Sickly's run.
Yeah, that's huge. It's getting real up in here.
Should we be talking about the current leaderboard record?
That's a good point, actually. I haven't. I usually.
I have
24.27 by Shatui.
Okay.
Also
So we're
worth
getting there.
noting that Knight won the round of Tim Trials with 25.8.
Okay. Nice
Okay.
one. So we're
So,
already improving on Tim
yeah.
Trials. Great
It
stuff.
was like the first week of March. But
Yeah.
still good to see that. I don't think we would like to have seen the Tim Trials maps like sort of maxed during that 1 hour stream.
Of course.
So it's nice to see that there's a lot of improvement.
10 runs faster. So that's awesome.
Yeah, crazy improvement there for Noctis. But next up, who do we have?
In 9th place, we have Janky Goat Smuggler.
Janky Goat Smuggler. Who remembers Janky Goat Smuggler from one of the first Tim Trials tournaments? Do you remember what happened to him?
A DNF, if I remember correctly, wasn't it?
He didn't know where the finish line was. It was on Autumn, the map Autumn. He didn't know where the finish line was, and he almost did it, and then
He got it almost at the end.
he just restarted, didn't touch it.
Since we've been speaking about HUDs,
Oh,
I have no idea how he can play with this.
Oh, don't do my boy like that, Adam.
It reminds me of the default TF2 HUD because the end of round like has this like big thing in the middle showing like the scoreboard and stuff, and you're like, you can carry on playing after the round and kill the people that you've beaten and stuff, but I couldn't see a fucking thing every time it came up because the HUD was just in the way.
And a 5-hour server grind as well.
Yeah, well, that was me. That was my server that I had been grinding on for 5 hours.
Sick. Massive shout outs to Janky. Thank you for submitting. And a good time as well. Top 10, 24.7. Good improvement on Noxus's time as well.
Who we got up next?
Next, they proved not to be as rusty at vintage as we thought, but let's see how practiced they are at race. It's Ninja.
Let's go. Nice. Nice transition there to the AD turning.
Tight lines, very tight lines.
Big W.
Oof, super tight.
Nice on that little platform as well.
Really,
24.7.
really nice economical run.
Yeah, it was good. It's tight. Big fat W in there, but I won't hold it against them. How can we improve on this more, Adam? Tell me.
Well,
Who's next?
we'll find out. From 7th place, also, what was the time? The time was 24.776. So in 7th place,
Mm-hmm.
we have also making a hat trick of submissions. We have M16.
Nice. The triple threat. Let's go. Smooth turn there.
Very nice.
Big W. Is this the route then? Is this what we're going to be seeing?
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was that time?
That was 24.2, so a pretty big improvement. I mean, staying within, the second, but
well,
you know.
and it beats the current leaderboard top time as well.
Yeah, it does. So we're already, we're already there. Nice one. At 7th place as well. But yeah, great time for M16. 24.210 was the final time. Who do we have next?
In 6th place, once again, showing up for the Egg Cup because they are not unable to show up for the Tim Trials League, we have Elam.
Nice.
With his tiny timer.
Well, that's tiny, isn't it? Still vibrates though.
Yeah. Well, we
What's
joked
the best
last week that he clearly cares about his name more than his timer because his name is much bigger.
It's all about the branding. Okay, this is different, slightly. Oh, the W. Yo,
Great finishing.
24.0. Let's see that one again. Sorry, please.
Okay.
That was just a bit of an interesting route, I thought, that we've seen from the previous couple of runs. This is really smooth going through here.
Yeah, good speed at this point.
Top route.
Yeah. That top
Sort of
route.
switches halfway through that turn between AD and W, unless I'm tripping. That looked like what it was, though.
I think this top route is good.
You think it's
We might
overpowered?
I'm just saying I think we might see more of it.
Okay. I think you might be right. Yeah, so keep an eye on his movement keys just through this turn. Yeah, switches mid-turn. That's interesting. Can't say I've seen a lot of people do turns like that before. But yeah, very nice run from Elam. Top racer.
All right, we're into heading into top 5.
Getting there. Let's see this turn once more. There's a W switch.
Yeah.
Weird, man. It's weird, but he makes it work.
Yeah, looks like a correction to me.
Oh, like he meant to be W turning the whole time. He sort of realized halfway through.
I don't know.
Elam is a very a big champion of the wind turning, as he calls it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. You get to a point in a W turn where in an AD turn where you know you're going. If you turn any tighter, you're going to start to slow
Just
down.
start
so-
losing speed. Yeah, so
Yeah.
why not try and combine the two? Actually, that is kind of interesting. But it can't be that good because it's not number one. So who is who's better than Elam? Let's see.
In 5th place, we have Stoops.
Hey, all the way from France. I think is this the first time they've submitted? Did they submit last week? Can't
Don't
recall.
believe so.
But yeah, Stoops or Stops making their Egg Cup debut, along with a couple other people. And there's that top route once again,
Yep. Nice tight turn
all the way.
into the bell tower.
Yes, let's go.
So about that other run being the run.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
Or the route, I suppose.
Yeah, let's go. And he does that turn that we've been talking about, whether it's AD or W. This Stops takes a AD turn all the way around. Look at this. No W for this man. And that
Awesome.
skip is so clean.
1700 at the past the finish line.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
20, what was it? 23.9? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's such a
Great
good
time.
skip. That's an OP skip.
That
Really
is a
is.
nice route.
Sorry, I keep calling that the bell tower switch, but if you look at the image here, it's not the bell tower. It's straight into the
Yeah.
church.
It's the spell
Yeah.
tower skip.
I think we originally thought that you needed to land in the bell tower to be able to make
Yeah.
it. But I
That's
don't
right.
think people were taking that line where they were sort of going over the top of the houses
Yeah,
and then
triple jumping
and
into
then
that corner.
slamming straight into that triple jump. I think a lot of
Yeah.
they were trying to sort of get on the triple jump from the side.
Yeah.
And wasn't getting the height, I suppose.
Awesome. Who's next? Fourth?
In 4th place, also making a hat trick of submissions, we have Chatouille.
Nice. Let's go.
Good speed.
Different route on the lower route here. It's good to see a
Yeah.
lower route run doing so well.
On making that shortcut through the lower run.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
23.8.
So we've seen very similar routes to that before, but I guess just the execution here is what's setting it apart.
This is why this is such a great map. We've seen so many runs now that are really close in time, but couldn't be further apart in terms of route. Comparing this, of course, to Stubbs' run from before. What was it? Stubbs had 23.9, and then we have Chatouille with 23.8. And again, their routes couldn't be more different.
Mm. Yeah, to be honest, I'm super surprised to see that route up this high.
Very well played from both of the Frenchmen, to be honest.
That's a great turn to make that skip. Where is your time on the leaderboard, Crazy Al? Says
My dog ate my homework, so yep. Moving on. Who's next?
So now we're into the top 3.
Oh, big top 3.
We're
Let's
in
go.
big gamer territory now.
Hit me with it.
So we've got some big names that we haven't seen yet. So I hope that people we might be keeping track of who should be to come. But in 3rd place we have Tofu.
Let's go. Tofu doing really well this week. I know I said that before, but it rings even more true now. Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, that was taken wide. Little clip there as well.
What's the reason for that? There must be a reason
Top
later
route.
down the line. Okay, slightly different, but does okay.
Hey, look at that.
Yo, the creativity from Tofu. Let's go.
Taking the
23.8.
outside.
Yeah, more speed gain. That's what I mean. What does he need that speed for? And I guess he's kind of showing us. Very interesting route from Tofu. You can always count on a creative run from Tofu, I think.
Big speed.
Slamming into that wall. And just, yeah, it's a tighter line than going in the end. Yeah,
Yeah,
better
well,
spacing for the quad, exactly.
I'm curious as to what we'll see in the next 2 times, what lines they take.
Loving this. I'm loving this.
1570.
About 1680 or something like that was across the line. Very
Yeah.
impressive time for Tofu. And
The
again,
first,
sorry, go on.
I was going to say the first time we saw that skip, the speed at the finish line was over 1700. So
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, it's a little less wiggly at the end. So
And
maybe he can
again,
get more
like,
speed.
he's still incredibly close to the previous run. 23.891 it was for Chateauille, and then
Okay.
23.847 for
Okay.
Tofu in third place. So
400.
crazy close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Couldn't make the height for the straight line. I see.
Next up, who's the second best gamer of the
Uh,
year?
The second best gamer of the year/week is unfortunately not the gamer of the year.
Oh,
It is Kioi.
yo, Kioi, coming out. Second place in the race. Let's go.
Submitting only in one discipline, but placing very well.
He has done that sort of longer route at the beginning for the speeds.
Good speed here.
Big W.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. You see, you get
Massive speeds.
that massive speed at the end.
Wow.
So hitting that triple jump, he had a little bit more UPS than Tofu. I think that's what gave him the height to take the route that way. So Tofu had 1570 hitting this triple jump, and here we've got 1590.
I think as well without the, because obviously Tofu is sort of weaving at that very
Yeah.
last part. He doesn't have the, like, whereas Kioi is just bang on the accelerator the entire time. You know what I mean?
Tofu also took the stairs straight on as opposed to taking them in the corner, which I think last time we saw the church skip, it was also in the corner.
I don't know if he is, but it's almost like he's wall clipping at that corner as well as doing the
Yeah,
jump.
true enough.
Yeah, he's jumping that often right next to the wall that it'll just clip, yeah, automatically, you know?
There's also a couple of clips here as well.
Yeah, fat wall clips, let's go. Or skims. I got told off for calling it wall clipping the other day because wall clipping is a different thing entirely.
Yeah, I haven't mentioned this before, but do you know the amazing thing about this format over the other one is we can see how fast people are going in their run.
You take it for granted, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, massive respect to Kioi for this run. This is fantastic stuff. Fat W though, just saying. Big speed here, and it's not even that tight as well. It's a pretty big improvement. I think at this stage that you can call this a big improvement. So Tofu 23.847, Kioi 23.696, and the top three I think is pretty significant.
Yeah, it's a tenth and a half.
Do we have another significant improvement, Adam? Up your sleeve to show me.
I suppose we'll have to find out. Next,
Go on, hit me with it.
I'm sure everybody in chat has already guessed. But we've got the biggest gamer of them all, who at the very start of the stream mentioned that he had submitted in all three all three disciplines, but didn't think he'd win any of them. We have Knight.
Nice, let's go. I am upset, but things will improve for me soon.
Such good speed here. How hard? Oh.
Okay. Yep. Knight keeping pretty much the same route as what he had, not in the Tim trials, but it was like an hour after the Tim trials he came up with this route. I think it was.
And I do believe that is the route that you claimed would be the route.
I think we
Earlier.
did see a lot of people doing it, but it's really nice. Like it's great to see such similar times with different routes, and that really I think is
100%.
a mark of just a fantastic map from Narcos. So
Yeah.
massive shout outs to the Narchitect.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's so common that we see very, very similar routes in the top 5, top 10. So to see that variation is really cool.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of someone pointing out in the chat that because people sit and go, why is Knight so fast? Why is he so much faster than anyone else? I think one of the skills that Knight has that I think some people maybe overlook is his ability to transition between strafes, because there's so little time lost or time accelerating lost when he switches from left to right or even from one angle to the next.
It's true. You can see
Like,
the snap in his crosshair is
yeah, it's
evidence
robotic
of it.
almost. Look at that. Like even just these tiny corrections when he uses when he W turns a little bit just to correct a turn or whatever. But yeah, literally snapping across the screen to find that strafe angle.
Yeah, he's a hacker basically.
He is. I don't know why we haven't spotted it until now. But yeah, massively well played for Knight. Almost getting a triple goal today. So close. Chambers says, nah, it ain't happening.
Yeah, we may see it. We may see it yet.
Great stuff. 23.2 in the end.
That's a big increase on the current leaderboard.
Massive.
Almost a second.
Knocked us in the chat. Do you happen to also play the piano? Good references, mate. There we have the final leaderboards for all three disciplines. Massive shout outs to all the people who submitted in all three. If I could give you guys gold over other people, I would, but I can't. Sorry, I'm bound by the rules.
Maybe we need to start giving away some little badges or something. There's room under the Diabotical.
Well, we could put a little hat
for a few impressives, a few gauntlets or something.
well, Adam keeps calling it a hat trick, so we could give them a little hat in the leaderboard, something like that.
Maybe they can add a sticker in game. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So, do we want to talk about next map?
Oh, we've got next week's map, don't we? Can we have a quick look at it, Adam? Is that something we can manage?
Not in game, but we can definitely look at a picture of it.
Okay, we can look at a picture of it. Nice.
What do we got?
We got Crystal Rush, of course. One of the mapping competition maps that didn't quite make the cut in the end, and I feel bad about that because I really liked Crystal Rush. I love Crystal Rush. It looks great. It plays great in Vintage. It plays good in Diabolical even. I think it doesn't play that bad in Race either, to be honest. But yeah, just a fantastic looking map by Demolite, of course.
A gift to the Vintage runners this week, I think.
Well, yeah, but it's also a little bit controversial with some of the Vintage runners. But we'll go into that next week.
Okay.
But yeah, I like to think of it as giving something back to the Vintage runners, which we do plan to do more often because we recognise that there is a community for Vintage who love Vintage and nothing but Vintage, and I appreciate that. So I want to give them a platform. Basically, I want to give them some room to show off because they get very little exposure compared to the race. But I guess that's our fault. So this is me giving back, I guess.
Oh, we'd love to see a wiggle. I got no
Always.
complaints. No complaints.
But yeah, I mean, that's it for me, unless you've got any parting words, Chris.
Mm, if your FOVs are like over 100, just reconsider your life choices.
Well, you think it's bad this week, just wait till next week, mate.
Nah, I'm joking.
It'll be great.
Awesome.
But yeah, massive thank you to everyone who took part, all the viewers, and of course Narcos for making just this wonderful map. That is great to see these types of events done on. This is what these maps are for.
Yeah. And let's have more of Adam. I think people will agree. More Adam.
More Adam. Does Adam have any parting words? No, I guess not. Okay, moving on.
Just going to share out GMT in the chat for being upset that I know so much about the feat.
Shout outs to GMT for being a legend.
Awesome.
All right, guess that's us. We'll see you next week, everybody. Have a good one.
Have a good one.